Om Namah Shivaya, children. Good morning, children. We have already started our second term chapter 11, that is light, shadows, and reflection. But it was started before the exam, so you might have forgot now all those things. So I don't want to start a new topic today. Let us revise what we have learned in the previous class, only that. Okay. So about light, what we have learned: without light we cannot see anything. Only the light gives us the way. It only shows us everything around us. Only due to light we can see the object around us. If it is dark, we cannot see anything around us. In this, we have learned about luminous and non-luminous objects. Children, do you remember what is luminous object? Yes, objects that gives out light of their own are called luminous objects, and objects which does not emit light of their own are called non-luminous objects. Okay, examples of luminous objects are sun, bulb, candle. Whatever gives out light their own are called luminous object. And what are examples of non-luminous objects? Non-luminous objects: moon, book, table, chair, all shows light, but it is not their own light. It reflects the light of other source. So this was about luminous and non-luminous object. Now what are transparent, opaque and translucent objects? Opaque object. Opaque object means the object which does not allow the light to pass through it are called opaque object. Which does not allow the light and through which we cannot see the object are called opaque objects. Example: table, chair, wall, book. These all are opaque object. What is transparent object? The object which allows the light to pass through it, or which will be through which we can be able to see clearly through it. We can see the object through it clearly. Example: glass, water, transparent sheet. These all are called transparent objects. Next is translucent. The object through which we cannot see clearly, or the object which will allow the light partially through it are called translucent object. Example: frosted glass, butter paper, etc. Then we have done one activity, activity 1. Next topic is what exactly are shadows? What exactly are shadows? Okay, before just now we have learned about opaque object. Through that there is no light pass. The light will not pass through the opaque object. So what will happen when the light does not pass through the opaque object? When the light does not pass through the opaque object, it shows or it forms shadows behind that. Behind that, if a book is kept and light falls on the book, it forms a shadow. Shadow of the book. Okay. Then when you walk during the noon time, you can see your shadow. It will be very small, and during morning and evening it will be big shadows. You can see the big shadows. And what are the characteristics of shadows? What all characteristics you have learned about the shadows? It is always black in color. Okay. And it gives the shape of the object. It will give the shape of the object. Yes, right. Then what needs to form a shadow? What all things you need to form a shadow? Yes, a source of light. Yes, it is compulsory. Source of light. It is source of light is necessary. Okay. Can you see a shadow in the night time? If there is no light, there is no source of light. So source of light is important. In dark room at night time we cannot see the shadow without a source of light. So source of light is important. Then an opaque object. Object is needed of which the shadow forms behind it. Shadow forms of the object. Then one more thing is there. Is there where this shadow forms on the floor or in the wall on the table? Yes, that means a screen is needed to form a shadow. Obviously, a screen is needed to form a shadow. So, what are three things you needed to form shadow? One is source of light, then opaque object, then screen. A screen is needed to form a shadow. Then I explained the activity 3. In that, in the evening, when you go out in the open ground with your friends, take a torch and a large sheet of cardboard with you. Hold the torch close to the ground and shine it upward so that its light falls on your friend's face. Okay, you have to hold the torch and light on your friend's face. Now you have a source of light that is falling on an opaque object. What is your opaque object here? Your body, your face. And light is a source of light. That torchlight is a source of light. If there were no trees, building, or any other object behind your friend there is no object. Would you see the shadow of your friend's head? This does not mean can you see the friend's head behind that? No. Why? There is no screen. So screen is important part of the formation of shadow. uh, the shadow is there is forming, but the shadow can be seen on the screen only. That is why screen is important factor in the shadow. Then ask another friend to hold the cardboard sheet behind your friend. Is the shadow now seen on the cardboard? Yes. The head is seen, or head can be seen on the screen. That means screen is important. Okay, so that activity we have done. Then activity 4 is there. Activity 4. In this, we have to place a chair on the ground or somewhere in a sunny day. What do you observe? You can see the shadow of the chair. Yes. Does the shadow give an accurate picture of the shape of the chair? Almost same shape it will be. Chair's shape you get. If you turn around the shape little changed. Take a thin notebook and look at its shadow. Then take a rectangular box and look at its shadow. Do the two shadows seem to have similar shape? Yes, almost same because rectangular. Both are rectangular shape. Hmm. Then take, if it is thin also, if it is thick also, the shape will be seen almost same. Take flowers or other objects of different colors. Look at their shadows. A red rose and a yellow rose, for instance. Do the shadows look different in color? No, the shadows cannot show or does not shows the color of the object. Color will be always black. Take a long box and look at its shadow on the ground. When you move the box around, you may see that the size of the shadow changes. When is the shadow of the box shortest? When the long side of the box is pointed towards the sun, or when the short side is pointing towards the sun. So this was all we have taught. So in the next week, the next class, we will start with a pinhole camera or a new topic. Okay. So today this much is enough. Thank you.